Among the strange and complex corners of Marvel Comics, Agent X stands out as one of the most unusual characters ever introduced. Known originally as Nijo, he was reimagined into Agent X through a blend of tragedy, betrayal, and dark humor that ties directly into the world of Deadpool. His history is as confusing as it is fascinating, and it reflects Marvel's willingness to experiment with identity, continuity, and satire. Nijo was first introduced as a skilled assassin and mercenary whose life was defined by vengeance. His story began when his brother was killed in an operation led by the mercenary Deadpool. Nijo swore revenge, setting him on a path of bloodshed and obsession. His grudge against Deadpool became his driving force, giving him purpose and pushing him deeper into the violent underworld of Marvel's mercenary culture. What made Nijo particularly dangerous was not just his skill with weapons, but his patience and ability to manipulate events to his advantage. The twist in his story came during the strange events of the Deadpool and Agent X comics of the early 2000s. After an experiment gone wrong involving Black Swan, a telepath with the ability to manipulate reality and minds, both Deadpool and Nijo were altered in ways that blurred the lines of their identities. Nijo emerged from this transformation no longer simply himself, but reborn as Agent X, a character with Deadpool-like traits, a healing factor, enhanced physical abilities, and a bizarre sense of humor. In a sense, Agent X was a parody of Deadpool, while also being a legitimate standalone character. The creation of Agent X was closely tied to Marvel's publishing shifts at the time. In 2002, Marvel ended the original Deadpool series and launched Agent X as its replacement. Written by Gail Simone with art by Alvin Lee, Agent X introduced readers to this strange new antihero. Fans were initially confused as to whether Agent X was Deadpool under a new identity, an altered clone, or someone entirely different. The storyline leaned into the mystery, with Agent X himself not fully sure who he was or how much of Deadpool's essence lived inside him. Agent X quickly became known for his chaotic personality, his uncanny healing factor, and his ability to pull off ridiculous mercenary missions. He worked alongside characters like Taskmaster and Sandy Brandenburg, creating a new dysfunctional family of misfits. The humor was sharp, the violence over the top, and the stories embraced the absurdity that had made Deadpool popular in the first place. At the same time, Agent X was clearly distinct from Deadpool. He was more sarcastic, less insane, but equally unpredictable. As his series progressed, the connections between Agent X, Deadpool, and Nijo's original identity were revealed. The transformation by Black Swan had effectively merged aspects of all three, leaving Agent X as a hybrid who carried Deadpool's powers and quirks, Nijo's vengeance-driven personality, and the manipulative influence of Black Swan's meddling. This strange origin meant that Agent X was both himself and not himself, a living commentary on Marvel's experimentation with continuity. Though Agent X only lasted for 15 issues, the character left a memorable mark. Later stories clarified Deadpool's return and established that Agent X was his own being, a mercenary with his own reputation. He continued to pop up in Marvel Comics, often as a side character or humorous cameo, especially when mercenaries and oddball villains were involved. His role remained that of a satirical foil, too strange to vanish completely, yet too niche to headline Marvel's mainstream stories. Agent X represents Marvel's willingness to push boundaries. He is part parody, part tragedy, and part anti-hero, existing in the space between comedy and darkness. His origin as Nijo the Vengeful Assassin, transformed into a warped echo of Deadpool, shows how identity in comics can be fluid, strange, and endlessly entertaining. While he never achieved the fame of Deadpool or Wolverine, Agent X stands as a cult favorite for fans who enjoy Marvel's strangest experiments. His story remains a reminder that in the Marvel universe, even a minor mercenary can evolve into something unforgettable.